afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2015, and we're honored to have with us All Get Out. Audiotree Live with All Get Out. My whole family is here except my older brother, so they're all like a ton of people and they're all cheering and all that. Thank you guys very much for coming out and playing for us. Seriously, I saw that all the like season represses and movement vinyl all sold out like pretty quickly. That's amazing. Like, congrats on that. Did you expect that reception? Okay, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And it kind of drove us to kind of push a little harder, I guess.
Yeah.
So, oh God, people care.
Yeah, yeah. What were your thoughts on that? I mean, it was what season came out in 2011, and then you did the solo project in between, but sort of like hyping it back up 4 years later or whatever. I mean, what were you thinking releasing all that stuff?
What were you thinking?
Yeah, not in that way, but you know.
No, I think it was a good idea. Given enough time, you know, we kind of got a little burnout, and So gave us some time to do that solo record just to fill in the gap and to kind of have something lo-fi out there, you know?
Yeah,
Because I always, you know, like that about artists I listen to.
for sure.
But yeah, this season had to be re-released before we could, like, do something else. And before we could do an LP, we needed to do an EP.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of a logical step to get the ball rolling.
yeah.
And it worked. I was very, very surprised. I mean, I thought it would do okay, but I didn't think it would do, like, you know, 70 minutes gone.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, are there plans to repress again? I know there's all the,
Yeah.
like, it's so hard to get vinyl out because everyone's printing it,
Yeah.
but
I think we're on the third press of
Okay.
that now.
Cool.
The third press of the repress.
got it.
And there's only like 200 something of the original one,
Okay.
which people keep bringing out to shows, which is really cool because
Yeah.
I think I'm the only band member that has one.
Yeah.
I win.
True.
You're the only band member that has the original
Yeah.
pressing? Oh, wow.
But
Dang.
because we didn't realize how few we had.
Yeah.
And all right, well, you can have this, and I'll just get one after tour. And then
Uh-huh.
the first tour we took it on was La Dispute, and that lasted for like, 2 weeks?
If that, it was maybe a week and a half.
And it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just open up the box and flies came out of it, or like dust.
Well,
We opened up the van and flies come out of
Oh,
it.
yeah,
and
well,
we were in
that's-
Denver at like Marquee or something like that,
Yeah.
and in 1 minute from doors opening, we sold out of like 5 of them.
Dang.
Yeah, I picked up the display one and I was like,
Well.
"This is all we got." He's like, "I'll take it."
You're like, okay.
It's
I said,
gone.
"Sweet, $200." Except that didn't happen.
Yeah, you just need to hype up the price now, or like jack up the price for supply and demand. Like,
Some
sorry.
people have them online for sale, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, you could get the original one for like $150 or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, I tried to find one like 6 months ago because I didn't have one.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I might as well just buy one.
Yeah, think
And then
about
I was like, no.
think about going about that process. Like, you find a guy on Craigslist, and you're like, hey man, I wrote that record. Do you think I could have it for less than you're offering it?
Creep.
Well, I wasn't gonna be like, "Hey,
Loser,
give
no.
me something you paid for."
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking, well, if I could buy it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
how am I gonna explain $150 expense to my wife?
Yeah,
You know?
seriously.
What'd you buy?
Anyways.
A record that I played and recorded on.
You could just you could like buy it and have it purchased through the band fund, but then that's sort of like backtracking, I
Yeah.
guess, a little bit.
It's not an investment.
Yeah, that doesn't work that
It's
way.
just, I just settle with it, or hopefully they'll just settle with the new pressings. Which
Yeah.
the new ones we got more. They keep coming in different variants. I think the latest one's like a Coke bottle clear, or maybe that's Movement. Anyways, they
Yeah.
look awesome.
Yeah, sweet.
Um,
Do you guys collect vinyl in general? Or do
He
you
does.
Vinyl
I
collection?
collect a little bit, but
Sure.
not. Like, I just have like a shit ton of Pedro Lion records.
Sure.
That's kind of the extent.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, others, collectors, yeah? You
Oh,
said
yeah,
yes?
definitely.
Yeah, what are a few that like you like or that you're proud of having or whatever?
I just picked up one from a guy. It's called Evenings. It's like this real chill, whatever kind of thing. No vocals or anything. But I've got like some like Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac that I just picked up. That I really like some Sarah Vaughan.
Cool.
Just all a wide range of stuff.
Yeah. Is it hard to find like old stuff because there's so much new stuff putting out, you know? Like originals? I mean, is it hard to find originals of
Like,
most things?
Aside from like, you know, if you go back a few eras, like you can
Yeah.
definitely find like, you know, Aerosmith or something somewhere. But
Sure.
It's hard. I mean, when you're in the
But-
store, it's hard to figure out if it's going to be a first press, and like unless you're on like Discogs or something.
Okay.
Like if you're walking through the store saying, "This has this on the Matrix," and blah blah. blah.
Yeah.
But that just takes time, and I can do that at home.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't care if it's a first press. you
Yeah.
know? I'm not buying them to sell them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just like listening to them. I like the experience in general.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not as important to you to find that first pressing that may
No.
or may not exist in the first place.
Not at all.
Yeah.
in the end, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it was
Just
just that
this
it's
has
the
been
first
played
piece of
more.
plasticky rubber
Yeah.
that came out in the first place. Yeah. Okay, cool. You guys, honestly, it's an honor to have you. Why don't you roll into your next track?
Cool. Babble knows language, no strong word weaks in. This is all determined by the bedroom I'm sleeping. I am not a figure of speech, just speaking. Hold on, hold on. Walk it on down the river, Jordan. Hold your breath high, they're coming, running. Move your legs fast, don't stop, start running. Move on, run on, run on. Evil men, good girls, late nights, bad fights. Let your talent buy you everything. it's alright, it's alright, 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 it's alright, it's alright, 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 it's alright. Looking for the end of the world and I found it. Sleeping on the floor just like we promised. This can be a wall, fucking empty bucket. I'm awake for you to deserve. So write a letter, burn the letter, write yourself another. Angry at God, man, call your mother. Jumping back and proof you got it broke, dear brother. Move on, run on, run on. Evil men, dirty girls, late nights, bad fights. Let your talent buy you everything. People's ears don't make you near closer to God. It's alright, it's alright, 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 it's alright, it's alright, 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 it's alright. So sitting in the back seat, no more riding from my head, my worn out head. I think about you all day. This is all a holiday. I know, it's not worth complaining, man. It's always only in your bad dreams. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm lonely, there's nothing you owe me if I'm sitting in the back seat. So sitting in the back seat. So sitting in the back. It's alright, it's alright, 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 it's alright, it's alright, 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 it's
Audiotree Live with All Get Out. So you touched on it a tiny bit, but Nathan, would you talk just a little bit more about that solo record and maybe how it informs the music you're making now? Was that just sort of an outlet to release music that you were writing on the side?
Yeah, in short, I guess.
Sure.
I kind of showed, like, I don't know, I knew I was taking time off.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big thing for me. Not that we had necessarily done that much, I just needed to and I wanted to.
Yeah.
I felt like I would lose everything if I didn't. And also I felt like if I didn't get a few songs out, or a record or whatever, then the next batch might not have been as good, because we spent a lot of time touring.
Yeah.
You know, we recorded in 2010 and released in 11. So honestly, I hadn't written much at all. At
Sure.
that point, I'd written, 7-song EP, I think a 2-song EP, and then a full length. And in the grand scheme, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
So I feel like also, like, the next time I did a record, I needed to make it count. So I kind of needed to get out what was in there, and start fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also like the freedom of being able to try some different things and see what works.
Yeah.
Some softer stuff, some boring stuff that's like kind of has no consequence, or at least in that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like a solo record, just don't listen to it,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you recorded that at your home or in
Yeah.
or around?
It was just like this little apartment we lived in, my wife and I, who's in Honolulu. Hey, Erica, enjoy. So jealous. Yeah, it's this little like 1-bedroom apartment, and I've done some recording stuff, but I just used like a 57 and a little other cheap ribbon mic and did it as pseudo trashy as I could
Yeah.
without trying to be too trashy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I hate it when things are too bad, like on purpose.
Yeah.
If it sounds bad, it's just because the preamps were actually bad.
Not because you were attempting to make
yeah.
it sound that way, yeah.
But yeah, I just double tracked it all, just did it real lazily and kind of just to see what would happen.
Cool, yeah. Do you find that as you said sort of get it out of you, do you find that as you write, you need to, let's say, put things down so that they matter, so that the next song is better, or?
Yeah. Especially with lyrics.
Sure.
Like I'll run with an idea or something on a solo song or something, and then kind of trash it, but just to have it down.
Yeah.
Put in something and put it in a format, and then when it comes down to the record, honestly, most records for me are like a junkyard. It's like I go through all these scrap parts and then kind of pick it out. So that process that helps that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little looking down the road, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, why don't you guys go into your next one? You're tuned up and ready?
I think so.
I dropped a quarter and you're wishing well. Echo back. And I wanna feel this, I wanna feel that, I wanna be here, I wanna be that. Lover, you love me. Everybody knows it's true. And I get self-involved. And I don't know if I'm worth
watching Audiotree Live. We're here with All Get Out. Would you share with me a little bit, Nathan, and anyone else who wants to pipe in, about movement itself? Could we start sonically a little bit? It's definitely like the most consistently heavy thing that's come out. Would you just talk about that a little bit? What was the reasoning behind that, or how did that come out that way?
Well, it was a different approach than the last one.
Okay.
The season was very intentional. We sat down and we had a producer and we had a lot of heads in the room, and we really made sure everything counted and had a purpose.
Yeah.
Not to say that this stuff on movement doesn't, but the approach was definitely a little more see what happens kind of thing.
Okay.
If you saw us before the season came out live, we were a little heavier, and then if you actually seen us, on tour, it's still heavier.
Yeah.
Than the season itself. So it kind of went that direction naturally, just from the live shows. We did a lot of touring after the season.
Yeah.
But as far as the process, we did it in 2 studios. We did it at my house. So we did guitars and bass and keys at my house and some tambourine stuff, and then drums at kind of a real studio.
Cool.
And we did it on limited time, and that kind of set the spirit of, just whatever comes out kind of deal.
Yeah. And maybe capturing it in the moment right then, trying to see what comes out and hold on to the best parts of that.
Yeah, and if anybody's done any recording, obviously everybody hears somebody recording. But listening, it's like usually, you do line by line vocally, and then you kind of work it out, piece by piece. And this one we just did 4 passes of stuff and just kind of comped it together. And it was neat for me to be able to sing all the way through. Sure. Because that's how it is live. And
yeah.
I guess it is just more live.
Yeah.
We didn't record it live, but it feels that way.
Sure.
And I always like heavier music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you listening to, or maybe what are you listening to now? Whether that informs the record or not,
I have no idea what I was listening to when we did it.
Okay.
Because some of the songs end up being 2, 3 years old by the time they get touched.
Right.
Like per our last conversation. And as far as the heavier stuff, I was always a big Every Time I Die fan.
Yes.
It just kind of does it for me. I don't know why.
Yeah. There's something that's so cathartic about, especially Every Time I Die.
Yeah.
But like Maylene and the Sons of Disaster is one of my favorite bands ever. Like that whole, you just feel like you're kicking ass, all the time.
And there's specifically to Every Time I Die, there's just something genuine that I don't know, like when you listen to that genre of music, you don't expect to feel that way.
Yes.
But when you do, it's like, there's like an intelligence to it, and there's not a lot of like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just kind of rock. It's like heavy rock is really what it is.
Definitely.
But a lot of that, and that's where some of this like orchestra and other parts come from. But obviously we've listened to a lot of music in our genre too. Like you have
Sure.
Manchester, the brand new, which. We get pegged as, and I don't really care because I like them both, so deal with it.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any southernness about your music? Like in what way does living in Charleston affect the way that you write or the music that you create?
It wasn't so much living there, so it's just born and raised in a little town called Sumter, and it's a small country-ish town.
Okay. In South Carolina as well?
Yeah, kind of right in the middle. Like our family vacation was Myrtle Beach, if that says anything.
Yes.
Which I'm proud of, my upbringing, but at the same time, it's just really funny.
Yeah.
You definitely go to a water park at the beach. So I grew up, very, very southern, and it took me a while to kind of knock some of the country accent away. And not on purpose, just from, traveling.
Uh-huh.
So it definitely comes out. I grew up on country and country music and Christian music, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
And I think, we're definitely southern.
Yeah, cool. And you all play Telecasters. You have like 19 of them, so that's another thing. It's just
we don't have enough. There's more at home. There's all of us have
just
more.
a wall of them.
You can't collect them all
because we keep breaking them.
Yeah, after they smash, man. Jeez.
Smash.
All right, why don't you guys go into your next one?
Okay.
I tried once to pray. I
Audiotree Live. We're here with All Get Out. On maybe Instagram, there was a photo of Speaker for the Dead. Someone was holding up Speaker for the Dead. Is someone a fan of that book in here?
I read the series.
Yeah.
Other than him being a bigot, I love
Yeah,
the series.
yeah, he's pretty awful, but
That's okay. Awful people make music too. And I
yeah,
like the music, so.
exactly. I was going to ask actually when you pay attention to something creatively, music or movies or books or whatever, like how important is it to you that the person is good?
Sometimes it's really important because it helps you like fall in love with it. You get invested.
Sure.
Yeah, like, and especially if they have a struggle though, it can be equally as like, you know, charming. So
Yeah.
like especially people like David Bazan, you watch his whole you know, Pedro Lion into like his first EP and then into his, you hear him like question his whole belief system, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden he goes from like, he just turns way over, and it's like, even like if you're a believer or not, it's still awesome.
Yeah,
You get to watch that, and you become very invested in his story.
yeah,
And yeah, it's just like this other side. You have like fictional songwriting, then you have like oh shit, this is real songwriting.
yeah,
So yeah, it matters sometimes, but then there's other times where something's just so good,
yeah,
or like, especially in pop music, like I don't care what Jacob Dylan does with his life. I really love like that Wallflowers record.
yeah, yeah. You can just ignore it, sort of, because some things are too good. Yeah,
I think he's fine. I'm just saying. That's
yeah,
an
yeah,
example.
yeah. With Orson Scott Card too. Like, I mean, sci-fi is like this. I don't know. It's hard to write, and he writes it amazingly well. And so
He
I don't
takes
know.
his time. All the different languages and stuff. I think the whole series, like what, English, Portuguese, and
Yeah.
then like Chinese maybe.
Yeah, because all the piggies speak like halfway between Portuguese and something else.
And
Yeah.
he actually blends it himself. So good. It's
Yeah.
so good. So you're a fan.
Yeah, I love Speaker for the Dead is like
That's the best one.
I keep trying to get my wife to read it, but she's kind of scared of things like that. But what I keep telling her she should. But anyway, it's like very that informed. I read it when I was a junior or maybe a sophomore in college, and it just like changed my whole perspective on what sci-fi was. I think, and that it can be more than just like lightsabers. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think
guess.
my wife of mine's to it too. It took a couple years for me to actually start like reading recreationally.
Yeah.
You know, redneck from Sumter. Once I did, she pushed me to sci-fi, and that changed it all. And I kind of learned, you know, how its original purpose, you know, to kind of get points across, like especially politically, that you couldn't
Yeah.
just come out and say.
Yeah.
Which we don't need that as much anymore. So now you have to get really creative because you can kind of speak your mind now.
Sure.
Somewhat, you might, you know, get beat down somewhere. but-
Yeah, yeah. You might get hazed on the internet or
Yeah.
something, but
Ooh.
yeah.
Reddit, yay.
Yeah, like, oh gosh.
I love Reddit. Sorry, Redditors.
Don't get them mad, they'll come at you.
Yeah.
I read also, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the Polish dude, Stanislav Lev, who wrote Solaris, and that's a really, really good book. That was also turned into a movie and stuff, but
Yeah.
the book is awesome.
I haven't read that one.
Yeah, you should. It's
Need
cool.
to.
It's pretty short, but it's really cool. Yeah. Okay. They are on tour with May for the Everglow tour, so check them out with Mike Maines. It's all the way through June 16th, so just a few more days you can see them. And the new EP Movement is out now. And a solo tour, can we talk about that?
Is it June 13th?
It is today, June
yeah.
13th.
Yeah, solo tour. Leave July 1st through like August something with Aaron Gillespie and William Beckett. He's
Cool.
a local here, right?
Yeah.
Or he's more than local, but he lives here. Yeah, I'm excited. And I also have some other things, some vinyl coming out for the Hussey stuff too.
Cool. All right, so you can check it out online and
Yeah.
wherever else you get your music. Why don't you guys take it away? Audiotree Live with All Get Out. Thank you guys very, very much for performing for us. Thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers and my whole family for coming and watching. Thanks to camera and lighting crew for hooking it up, and viewers. You can support the band by downloading the session when it comes out in a few weeks and send a shout via social media to us or the band if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.